This is the well that I was explaining. You got the pump, and this is the indexing valve, and I got a hose spout on top. You see how my conduit goes? And this pump feeds two wells, and another one that goes from all the way over there into this pump. And this is my well, the timer box. And these work very well. This is manual. These are the pins that you leave a space in between. Manual, automatic. These are the days that you can set it. And this works very, very well. Now I said on a well, you could have a rain box, it's digital. Then you'd have a digital relay. This one I put in, and it works very, very well. It's manual driven. And you see how my conduit runs all the way into the breaker, into a shut-off switch, into the pump. This is what a lot of churches will do in places. They'll put a pump, they'll bury a wire in the sand, and that's not up to code. Even those lights, what's his name, put on a wooden pole outside are not legal. You know, there's codes you got to do. But this is what the box is. And these work very well. There's 240 volts that goes along with it. And remember how I told you about my sprinkler heads earlier? There's the indexing valve. There's the hose spout, the pump. You want a cast iron pump. When you drain these, you loosen that nut and you prime it for the winter. Right there. And there's the sprinkler head I just put in over there. You see, and that's how you put them in right there. Like I said, I do very well in this. I learned this because I had to learn this, and it took off for me. You know, I said earlier, you do what you're good at. When I do specialty projects, it's because I want to do it, and it becomes popular. I'm not just going to go out there and just do any job for you. I do mostly the high-end jobs or the jobs that make a lot of money. I like that. Whether it's putting a greenhouse up, and then there's the pump right there. And that's what drives the well. And the well goes all the way down into the property. And like I said about my sprinklers, this one has an indexing valve on it, motor. And this is how I did it. What I did on this one is I redid all the seals under there. And this product that I have on here, you can replace the seals in. A lot of those other stuff you buy at Lowe's, when it goes bad, you're screwed. I put a new everything on here. And that's all you got to do. It ain't rocket science, but there you go. That's what I said about my wells. I'll show you on the property some more. This sprinkler head I have covered. Here's the other sprinkler head that I did. You know, and these can be changed too. These can have nozzles you can change. These are the K-Rain 8000, and they're very, very reliable. 90, 180, 360. And it depends on, you can set the distance and spray on these. And I did these very, very well. And this is what I have always loved and enjoyed. And I'll show you another sprinkler right there. The same one by the fence. You see what I said in my video about making it flush with the grass? And another tip I said in my other video is when you do your grass, you can pull up a lot of the weeds and rake a lot of that stuff up so you don't have those dandelions taking over the grass. You don't need special chemicals. Like I said in my last video, you just start pulling it up, go down to the roots of the grass. You know, and I learned this when I was 19 years old. I was learning about sprinklers and wells and pumps, and I was always enjoying about fixing and the maintenance and the maintaining. That's what I do well in. But there's the head I put in, and then that's what it will look like from the distance. There's a new sprinkler head I got right there. And there's a process how you put these in. You don't want to put them in just any old way. I have it adjusted properly with the way it sprays. It pops up. This is a K8000 Pro. The difference with this one is you have stainless steel springs, stainless steel workings in there that won't rust out. And some are gear driven and some are not. It depends on what head you buy. And that's the one I did, showing you a video. And then I changed all of these out. This is what I have always done well at. Like I said, I do things because I want to do things, and I shouldn't have to do jobs that I don't want to do. You know, this I was taught from another guy that was in the business, and his relative, like I said earlier, works at the potato chip company in Milton, and I have always enjoyed doing this. He had a son that worked at the hardware store in the area. I won't say where. And I walk around here, and I've always loved wells, you know. Like I said about the sprinkler heads earlier, these are the full-size pop-ups. They have the mini ones that will spray, you know, certain areas, and that's how you do it. You know, I've always enjoyed lawn pumps and sprinklers and wells, and my heads are all flush. I run two wells over here, and yeah, you could have well if you want well. Like I said, well, I've always enjoyed pumps. And there's another head right here. I'll show you how I made this one flush. Here's the other sprinkler head right here that is flush with the sod, and it's not sticking above the sod. That's what our homeowners always seem to have a problem with. You know, it matters how you do these sprinkler heads. So until next time, I am out. Peace.